Let's go with y'all, man. So today we're going to be going over the best offensive abilities to use in Madden 22. So basically how we are going to do this is we're going to kind of go through each position, O-line, tight end, receiver, halfback, QB, and just go through what abilities are either very good, almost must needs, or abilities that aren't bad if you have the extra AP, and just stuff that just doesn't matter. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the offensive line. So as of right now, I think the legend that came out, Bruce Matthews, is the only 90 overall offensive lineman, so he should be the only offensive lineman that gets identifier. So I just kind of want to put it out there. Identifier is very good, but not really too many people get it right now. But it is very good ability if you want to see your opponent's user. I would definitely recommend it as a very good ability. It's kind of hard to get it right now. As for the rest, right now, when I'm rocking on Trent Williams, I got an edge protector. I would definitely recommend for your left tackle and right tackle. Pretty much you should definitely have two edge protectors, because some people, they got that Von Miller, he's got edge threat, and he's basically gonna shed the shit out of your tackles if you don't have an edge protector on them. But if you have an edge protector, you know, they'll be able to, you know, stand up a little bit more and fight for themselves. So definitely I would tell you, you should get edge protector. It's absolutely very good. Post up is another decent ability. You could put this on your left guard, your right guard, or your center. Basically how post up works is when that guard is engaged in a double team, that defender will pretty much not shed at all. So, you know, if someone's going against you with inside stuffs, post up is kind of a nice counter for the inside stuffs and stuff like that. But besides post up, edge protector, and identifier, nasty streak isn't too bad either. Once again, most linemen have to be like a 90 overall to get it, though. It's pretty good, but I feel like you don't really need nasty streak this year. The way that the pancake blocks are, and the way that, you know, linemen, once they do get to the second level block this year, I feel like you really don't need nasty streaks this year. Threat detector, in my opinion, I feel like you really don't need it. But identifier, post-ups, and edge protectors, I would definitely recommend. They are very, very good abilities. But besides them, that's really about it. So for the offensive lineman, I would just say those three abilities. The rest of these either don't really do much, or it's just not worth it. So let's go ahead, let's hop over to the tight end now. We got Pitts. That's who my tight end is. So the first ability I definitely want to recommend is Matchup Nightmare. So I use Matchup Nightmare in Madden 21. It's pretty good. Basically how it works is, if your tight end is manned up, usually when your tight end is manned up, he's either going to be manned up on a linebacker, or obviously it's going to be someone that's just basically, if you man the tight end up, it's almost like a route tech. So when he does his cut and his route and man coverage, it's going to activate and light up almost like a route tech, and he also is going to get improved catching. This is a very, very good ability. I've even seen it light up sometimes when I've ran zones, so that's kind of interesting. But when I say this is a must-have ability, as of right now, there's not a lot of abilities to use with, you know, 12 AP. I feel like that's a lot of AP. So honestly, I would use a Matchup Nightmare. Why not? I'm the kind of guy, if you use your tight end, I would say if you use your tight end, definitely get a Matchup Nightmare. Me personally, I throw to my tight ends a lot, so I would definitely recommend Matchup Nightmare. I'm not a big fan of the mid outs, the deep ends, and all those. I'm not the biggest on those abilities. They're not bad, they're cool, but it's like, it is what it is, right? Tight end apprentice. Now the only tight end, if I'm not mistaken, that gets this right now is George Kittle, because I'm only going over abilities that we can use right now in the game. I'm not going over, because obviously all these abilities will eventually be available, but not everybody gets these abilities right now. George Kittle, I think he gets tight end apprentice because he's like a 91 overall. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty good ability. I would absolutely recommend this. If you have George Kittle, I would say definitely put on tight end apprentice. It gives you the 4 extra hot routes for your tight end. You can put him on a crosser, you could put him on a post route, you could put him on a corner. This ability I would definitely recommend if you have George Kittle. This is a very good ability. And the rest of these guys really don't get yet, so don't worry about that. But yeah, Matchup Nightmare, and I would say tight end apprentice. Obviously you need Kittle for that. Let's go ahead and hop over on the wideouts. All right, wide receivers. So Matchup Nightmare for the receivers, I don't think it's that good. Outside apprentice isn't bad. It's up to you how you want to do with that. I feel like I'm not the biggest. It's not bad. If you got the extra AP, it wouldn't be a bad one, but I wouldn't go all out on it. Route Technician. Now this is one I think you guys are definitely going to want. I think we all love Route Technician. Basically, overall the route running is just it's just way better. Last year I felt like it was kind of clunky. Sometimes it didn't activate, sometimes it didn't work. As you can see, I don't have it on right now, but I've seen all these abilities play. I know how they work. I know how the game plays. Route Tech is, I think, is a lot better this year, and I would definitely recommend you putting on Route Tech for your receivers. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if any of receivers right now get slot apprentice, but it's basically the same as outside apprentice. The guy in the slot gets 4 extra high routes. So those outside and slot, it's like, it's really up to you if you want to put it on. You're probably looking about, what about Slot-O-Matic? I'm not that big on Slot-O-Matic. I feel like Slot-O-Matic is just a it's just kind of a lesser version of Route Technician, because basically how Slot-O-Matic works, basically it only activates on about 10 to 15 yard routes. It's about right there. Route Technician will react on every single route you run, the deep post routes, all that good stuff. So I would rather go with Route Technician over Slot-O-Matic. Yes, it gives you the better catching, but in this game I feel like overall the catching is very, very good in this game. So really the only ability I'd recommend for receivers is Route Tech. And if you got the extra training and ability points, you know, you could throw an outside apprentice or maybe slot apprentice. That's up to you. But besides that, that's really all the abilities of the receivers. Route Tech is really nice though. I would say go with the Route Tech. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and look at running backs. Let's go ahead and I know some receivers, they also get the abilities. I can see if DK gets it. I'm not sure if he does. It's called honorary lineman. Some people always ask me about it. Actually, let me see if DK doesn't get it, but I know Brandon Marshall gets this ability right here, honorary lineman. This ability I'm not a big fan of because I've used it in Madden 21, it didn't work. And in this game I feel like receivers actually block like really, I feel like they, at least my receivers, I feel like they block really good. And I don't, physical receivers can get this because Brandon Marshall gets it, practice at 90 overall, I'm guessing. But basically it's supposed to give you better blocking against DBs. I feel like you don't need it. I would not put honorary lineman on if you're a guy that runs the ball a lot. It's not worth it. There's better abilities to use. So yeah, let's go ahead and go over to the running backs now. Most of the running backs don't get anything right now. I'm trying to think. The elusive backs right now, I think they get jukebox. They don't even get evasive right now. The power backs right now, they get the stiff arm one, and they get the truck ability. All those I'm not a very big fan of. Now the only ability that I know that gets, Christian McCaffrey gets it. I'm not sure if Alvin Kamara gets it. Running back apprentice. If your running back is able to get this, I would say absolutely put on running back apprentice. You get the 4 additional hot routes for your running back. This is the only ability I would actually say put on your running back. Jukebox, spin cycle, no, don't. I'm not a big believer in those abilities. Bulldozer, armbar, that's what the other abilities are called. I feel like, nah, don't put those on. Running back apprentice, if your running back is available to get this ability, put this one on. This is a very, very, very good ability. Besides that though, the rest of these, like I said, I'm not too big on for the running backs. I'm just, giving you the insight from me. All right, now quarterbacks right now, there's not a lot of abilities for quarterbacks. I don't even have training to show you. Okay, this is great. All right, so I could not get any training for Justin Fields, and plus it doesn't matter because his archetype doesn't get any of the abilities we're about to go over. There is really only 2 abilities. 3. There's 3 abilities I would recommend for your quarterback, and if he can get them. And there's only one at the moment. There's only one archetype. Field general quarterbacks right now are the only QB that really gets good abilities. The rest of them don't get very good abilities. But the first one is right here. We have inside Deadeye. Basically, this ability passes in between the hashes will be completely perfect, or just a lot, very, very, very more accurate. It's very good. I would definitely, if you have a field general quarterback, I would definitely say go ahead and get it. Second one that I would say is identifier. And the reason it's for identifier is because most offensive linemen, only one offensive lineman, and I don't even know if Bruce Matthews actually gets it, but most pretty much linemen do not get identifier at the moment right now. So that's why I said quarterback wouldn't be a bad option to put identifier on, just because it costs a little bit more AP. But I'll be honest, if we're using up all 12 AP right now, you either got the bag right now or you're just balling, you know what I mean? So I would say identifier is not bad. And the last one I would say is I can move the face cam so you guys can see it. It's on the left right here. Set feet lead is the last one. So basically set feet lead, it is what it says. You're able to lead throw passes a lot better than quarterbacks that do not have it. Now, only field general quarterbacks at the moment get all three of these abilities. Well, when I say all three, I'll say those two. I'm not sure if anyone gets identifier that's not field general, but those are the abilities. Pretty much it. But I'll say this right now, you really don't, in my opinion, you don't need set feet lead. I've tried set feet lead out, and I have to admit, it was a little bit more mediocrity than I thought it would be. It wasn't really all that, I'll be honest with you. So, but inside deadline identifier really good. But overall, all the abilities that I showed you guys, you could use these. Obviously, some were a little bit better than others, and I kind of said that. Like quarterback wise, really, I don't know. Personally, me, I use Justin Fields. I don't have any of those abilities. I just don't feel like I really need them. But well, plus I don't have that many abilities, period. So yeah, but overall, these are the best abilities you could use on offense. Anything that I did not go over either is just worthless. Maybe I forgot something. I don't think we did. I think we covered pretty much most of the abilities. Let me know any abilities you got questions about down in the comments, and maybe I'll let you know, like, hey, is this ability ass? Is it good? I'll let you know. So go ahead and do that. But that is pretty much gonna do it though, boys. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, drop me a follow over on Twitch. I'm actually not gonna be streaming here for the next couple of days. I'm gonna be live again on Friday. I'll be honest, I just need a little bit of time away from Madden 22, and because I didn't expect this game to be this bad, so that has definitely caught me off guard a little bit. So just need kind of a couple of days to get my mind right before Weekend League, so we can go back after and just, you know, dog these idiots. But till then, boys, that is gonna do it. Your boy is out.